What is going on, everyone? My name is Boy and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is Kimo. His opponent today in the blue color, also playing as Ra. His name is Joe. The map is Drenched River. It's currently 2-0 in this best-of-7 grand final for the Bill Gregg Open for Kimo. Taking that second game on Midgard, playing incredibly well. Kimo, I mean, Joe actually, in terms of his army movement in the early stages, he looked really well. It looked like he played it really well. Defended the Scarab Rush, but if he just macroed that much better, would have been a different story, I reckon. If he was up Heroic Age a minute earlier, would have been really good. He finds the Osberg Wagon. This is a huge relic for Joe in this Ra war, in this Ra mirror. Getting Osberg Wagon means you effectively your trade route is insane. You get 75 food camel caravans, and your camel caravans move it to 15, move with 15% extra speed. So when you think about it in terms of real numbers, move speed is basically how fast you get gold. So Osberg Wagon is a 15% increase to your gold income. And we are seeing that Kimo also searching for some relics. He could move forward and find the Girdle of Hippolyta because Joe threw that one on the ground. But I would doubt that he would move that far forward. Surely he's not going to go past this location here because he knows that's kind of Joe's territory. Not that important to find anything there. There's a relic over here, Hard as Folly. Not really worth it. There should be relics over here and here as well. So we'll see what Kimo can find. We do see the Aurochs over here getting eaten. Feels good. We'll see the Granary Micro over here. Is that a villager? Or is that... Did Joe lose a villager? How many did he have? 9 villagers, 10, 11, 12. No, he didn't lose a villager. Don't worry, everyone. It's something else. Whatever that corpse is, it's something else. I think it was another Auroch or something, okay? It's fine, guys. Oh, it was a boar. It was a boar. Guys, it was a boar. I'm going crazy. It's fine. It's fine. All good. Monument to the Villagers coming up now for Joe. I wouldn't be surprised if we just see the classic fast 3 town centers here. This is kind of, I don't know if it's been around for a while, but I've been seeing it recently from Joe, especially against he had some games against Green Ski Squash the other day, and he's kind of made this build order for Ra where you go no wood. Oh, he's going wood. Okay, I tell a lie, but the build order is you go no wood. You go, we're seeing both players go wood. Let me explain it. You go no wood, you grab 3 town centers straight away, you leave 5 villages on gold, you put the rest onto food, and you get a 9-minute heroic age, followed by like a 12-minute mythic age because of how insane your economy is. Because you rain up to it. Because you take the villagers off food while you go on heroic age onto the gold. You put villagers onto wood. You get Shadoof, pickaxe, husbandry, plow. Then you transition into farms. Man, it's insane. It's insane. You get max villagers at like 11 minutes. But we'll see. We'll see. We've got more villagers pumping out. The temple coming up. This is just looking like probably a classic 2 town centers here from Joe. Plus possibly classic 2 town centers from Kimo. Maybe it's too aggressive of a map for the fast 3 town centers. You can get rock dropped on that location or something. But it's a bit difficult to maneuver around the 3 town centers. I think Tar coming through for Kimo. Tar coming through for Joe. He's going to be a villager behind, or 2 villagers behind actually. It's going to be 30 seconds behind. So that's going to be pretty big. We see 11 villagers on the gold here. And 11 villagers for Joe. So both players playing this exactly the same here, except Joe's a little bit wants a couple more villages. Also grabbing the Girdle of Hippolyta here, so he's going to have stronger Chariot Archers this game. That 5% extra hit points is pretty significant because it means that Kimo's Chariot Archers have to hit an extra arrow on your units, which is pretty big. It's pretty big. And Kimo's got no relics for himself. He found none. And we don't see where any of the other ones are. So there's the tower. There is the town center. Grabbing it with the priest and not the pharaoh because he wants to empower the gold mine still. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see what Joe decides to do. Let's check out his gold situation. He's almost got 800 gold. So this is 3 town centers. He's doing it. This is a different variant of the build because he gets wood as well, which means he wants to get out farms. But you kind of don't need to on this map. I don't want to save that rain, I think. You can locust and rain. We're seeing armory coming up for Kimo. Second town center coming down. Third town center coming up for Joe right here. 3 town centers versus 2 town centers. I can tell you that this is really difficult for the 2 town center Ra player to function here. Really difficult. Just because, like, you fall so far behind on on economy. Your opponent gets to the Mythic Age really fast, and then they just push through you. And what do? We're seeing the farms coming in for Kimo, so he's not. This is just old school two town center. Nothing. If you want to learn how to do this build order, you just get this recorded game, and Kimo's going to show you perfection here on the 2 town center build order. If you want to see the 3 town center build order, Joe is showing you perfection right here on it as well. Here we go. Rain comes down, and Joe's just going to be like chuckling to himself because he realizes what an advantage he is in economically. And we'll see what Kimo's reaction to the 3rd town center is going to be. Armory coming up for both players. We've got those 5 villagers on food here. Now we can start sending some villagers onto pigs or something like that. Kimo going to be going to that heroic age probably at like 8:30ish. But Joe going to be going at 9 minutes, it's looking like. You're seeing, or maybe Kimo's going to be even later than that. It's looking like his build is very, it's got a lot of farms, 18 farms. We'll see. Here we go, moving forward onto these deer, trying to get all of those, get all of these as well. And that's looking very, very good. Orok getting eaten. Joe, what's Joe going to do though? Like, he's going to be having to be on the defensive because surely Kimo just goes as hard as he possibly can onto this town center. Because if he can take it out, it's really big. So kind of what Joe wants to do in response to this is maybe a second monument, get mud brick ASAP, build 2 migdols around this town center. This town center is not going to attack, so get around this town center. Joe's getting really close to that heroic age. We're seeing Hathor coming through. It's a little bit late from Joe. He has to cut villages here, which he is doing. You can see Joe just clicks there, so it's a little bit late. We've been seeing 9 minutes from him, but I think this map's fine. I think it was just a slight miscalculation on the villager spam. And he's going to be advancing, and we're seeing 90% for Kimo versus 30%. So it's about 30 seconds difference there, or 35 seconds difference there. And we'll see if that comes into play or not. But Joe hasn't put villagers over onto gold yet, which makes me a little bit worried. Because I'm not sure how many he's got. How much gold? Yeah, it's got a lot of gold in the bank. It's not that big of a deal. Just start getting pickaxe and hand axe and stuff. We've got this rock moving forward, looking for some raids. There's going to be Priest Pharaoh Wadget to deal with this though. He's going to see, or the Wadget's already here, so maybe he's going to get caught out on that. If the rock drops onto this Wadget, which is really out of position, he's going to have a bit of an issue dealing with that one there. Now Joe also has an option to Locust Rain, which is pretty significant. And there's the Hathor gold villagers deciding that they don't want to use their gold mine. We do see the Wadget's killing off this guy, and the Rock and the Wadget over here do not focus fire. They were attacking the wall. That's huge. The Rock gets picked off. This attack's no longer going to do anything. The Rock's going to move forward. We're going to see a Locust onto this location here. We see a Migdol Stronghold coming up. Siege Workshop from Kimo coming up really far forward. So Kimo obviously wants to rush this town center down. And this is all going to come down to, can Joe protect himself here? You rained it? What? Why? You didn't Locust. Ah! All right, Joe. All right, Joe. That's not the strat, but that's fine. Just gives Kimo quite a bit of resources here. I'd love to see a market set up as well, like in this corner over here. And let's get that trade happening, but not happening just yet. The cavalry are going to have to run over here as well. We're going to see something happen. Do we see mud brick? Still no mud brick, still no architect, still nothing else. You're in a bit of a precarious position here. Kimo, his economy is slightly behind yours, Joe, but his population is exactly equal. So it's just villages that is keeping you in front at this point. So you need to make sure you don't lose these locations, because that'll be huge. But you do have Skin of the Rhino. Which means you can defend against these siege workshops pretty effectively. And here we go. Cavalry now, I'm trying to look for this. The walls are already up. Looks like these cavalry over here are going to get dealt with. Can just hold on to the Locust as well. The other option to hold on to the Locust, which is a good one, is Siege Towers Locust on top of the Siege Towers, so that the villagers can't pick off your Siege Towers. Which is another reason why you kind of need to go mud brick masons, architects ASAP once you go 3 town centers. But I think Joe has survived any rush to get the siege towers out. We're seeing 3rd town center come up for Kimo. Locust is coming down on this location, so he's not even saving it. It's just all the wrong order. Unfortunate for Joe. Just brain aneurysm there. Just wanted to get that rain out a little bit too eager on that one, I think. Bowsaw. Shaft Mine has come out for Joe. He's just spamming out those upgrades. Incredible boom so far. But he's got no real advantage until he hits Mythic Age. We'll see if he can do that. We see no market up. So if he didn't build the market instantly. Well, no market up just yet for Joe. Kimo, on the other hand, lots of resources. He's going to be going to the Mythic Age. This is insane. This Mythic Age is before Joe's. I mean, Joe's got like more resources than him, but he just hasn't spent it. So, you know, a classic maneuver, but the cavalry are going to be taking out the cavalry over here. Joe, still no market. There's the market in the back. So we are going to be seeing Hathor coming, sorry, not Hathor, Horus coming through. Here's the general gist. I wouldn't hate to see Osiris here, but Hathor is so good to deal with mercenaries, because you get out those Horus spearmen and they pick off the mercenary cavalry nice and fast. And we'll see. We've got these Christus still just doing ridiculous damage. You got this priest over here just bringing in, picking off these myth units. The heavy cavalry chasing these cavalry into the base. Mud brick coming in for, or sun-dried mud brick coming in for Kimo. We're seeing Hathor for both players. We're seeing some barracks now starting to get thrown up. Siege workshop throwing up. We've got 5 siege towers in this location. We don't have mud brick, we don't have architects, we do have signal flares. So we'll see if that comes into play or not. But the camera getting drawn into this army again. Kimo, you're not paying attention. Kimo, deal with this. Unlucky, not dealing with that. Losing a lot of those cavalry for no reason there. Super unlucky, but the siege towers are gonna make a beeline for this, and they're gonna get greeted by a barracks here and maybe a secondary barracks. And Joe's gonna spot this. He's moving the chariot archers over here. He spots this. Horus has come through for Kimo right now. But he's going to also have a Horus over here. And it looks like the cavalry are going to be moving on top of this town center. Try and pick off some villages. They have Skin of the Rhino, so it's like very difficult to pick them off. Going to see a one village to the priest trying to come up there. Leave a couple of cavalry left over on this location. Chariot archers are still chilling in this location over here. There we go. Medium spearmen coming up before you cue the spearmen. Genius. And armories up. We don't have fortified town sets for Kimo, so Kimo's just behind on tech. which is no surprise because he's behind on economy. We're seeing some side builds coming in for Kimo, just trying to get these siege workshops sorted. Villager trying to get up something over here, but the camera are going to have to deal with this now. Does give him quite a bit. We've got a huge amount of siege towers over here. Joe does see this. He's going to have to move in here. They don't have engineers. But he does have locusts still, right? So these siege towers should deal a lot of damage to this one. They don't have... he's got architects. He doesn't have sun-dried mud brick. There's the locust swarm coming in right now. Gonna have to garrison these villages or lose them all. Gonna opt for the lose them all option. Some of those mercenaries coming out and not repairing this either. His cavalry are in this wrong position over here. 12 of them. This town center's going down, or maybe not going down actually. It's going to be a little bit close because architects did come through, or is about to come through. That's going to be enough to stop that one there. So locust down, does kill off the villagers. Still no real trade route set up. This trade route's awful. Set it up over here. Wall here, comes around this way, and you're sorted. You need to pick off this location as well. But Joe now super far ahead. He's picked off so many siege towers. That was like 5-6 siege towers. What is that? 600, 1200, 1200 wood and 600 gold. 1800 resources just gone in the blink of an eye there. I did pick up a bunch of villagers, but those villages can just be rebuilt if Joe wanted to. But he kind of wants to replace them with trade route. We see him clean up this location. I think Joe wants to put the market up over here. We see a dock up for Kimo as well. Just putting all the sneakies. All of the sneakies everywhere. Still no champion heavy cavalry, which is surprising because Joe's economy should be ridiculous at this point. But it's just, I guess he's spending a lot of food on trade route at this point here. We do see that the market has been found. Going to pick off that pharaoh, slow down that trade route a little bit. Watchtower's coming up for Kimo now. We'll see what Joe can do, but I feel like he's going to be happy in the position he's got here. We still both have tornado, and I think we still don't have sun-dried mud brick. Joe, please. He's got so many things getting grabbed, but it's like that technology that you just forget about it, but it's so overpowered. It's such strong technology. Everything becomes cheaper. Your buildings have more HP. What more can you ask for? And the technology, and it doesn't cost. It costs wood, and what do you got? 400 wood in the bank. Camera moving in here. Are going to be able to harass these villagers, but how little these guys care. They take so many hits here. Villagers going to get away from this, or maybe lose one. Jump into the Migdol. There's some spearmen here. Are they Horus spearmen? Yep, we've got greatest of the 50, and he should be able to get the other one as well. I feel like it doesn't show up though. The Spear of the Horizon, maybe it does, I'm not sure. But he's going to be able to get that one as well. So instead of grabbing those sun-dried mud brick, he's going for the Spearman upgrades. And these Spearmen are pretty brutal right now. They do a lot of damage. So both players are just holding on to their tornado for Secrets of the Times, it looks like. And Joe's a little bit low on the favor because he hasn't been spamming monuments like Kimo, but Kimo's got so many monuments in there. He's going to be... It doesn't really matter though, because you can just send a rock in or something and tornado the Titan Gate. And here we go. Champion cavalry versus the heavy cavalry. I don't think Joe's making any more cavalry. He's still making cavalry. I tell a lie. But Joe should just attack this location here. We'll see what he does. It seems like he's ready to start moving forward, building up Migdol Stronghold. Not going for his own Titan Gate for some reason. It's very risky not going for your Titan Gate here, but Kimo can just sit on the Titan Gate. Doesn't have to build it, but it's a lot of resources to invest to just have to just threaten something. And Joe can kind of maybe hide a unit back here as well if he wants to, but you're going to be losing these chariots that he snuck through. We're seeing the armory, the ghost buildings getting thrown up. Some guard towers coming down, and we're going to be looking to go at this town center. If he picks off this town center, he stops the trade route. Should be pretty interesting. And there's the Titan Gate. He's going to throw it down instantly. Surely not. Surely not. We got units everywhere ready to run in. Tornado is too much of a threat here. And I like how far away Joe's setting this up, because this means the mercenary can't stop this. And he's just going to move forward slightly, 1 pixel at a time. And there's the time gate for Joe coming in. We'll see what they choose to do with it. We've got some cavalry coming in over this location. Kimo's still trying to push forward. Building out some catapult here. Still trying to go for the siege. Random siege towers dying for Joe, but Joe just not really able to get as much as he wants out of this here. And the mercenary cavalry going to die over here, as well as Joe trying to push forward. And here we go. More guard towers moving into this location. And there's nothing over here for him. Looks like Kimo's trying to make an attack on this town center, where even if he kills this town center, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Oh my god, Joe's trade route so bad. 24 gold to 88 gold. That's why Kimo is catching up right now in score and economy. Every single second, this is the trade route that Joe's going for is terrible. Because he's got this location over here he could use. He could even use this one if he's scared about this one. Like, no issue at all. I like that Kimo's got this rock just chilling over here, so he can send it in to get the Titan Gate or something like that. But now Kimo's setting up walls in this location here. Got the champion spearman in here. I'm not sure if he's got greatest of the Spear of the Horizon. No, he doesn't have Spear of the Horizon just yet. Just greatest of the 50. Titan Gate is being grabbed there for Joe. Here's the thing, Joe's got some nice walls, so I don't think he's not in the same situation that Kimo's in. Kimo is going to have to work to get into the Titan Gate to get his tornado onto it, whereas Joe can kind of get it onto him regardless. Please, Joe, fix your market up. This is Egyptian 101. You have a disgusting trade route here from here to over here, and you're not using it. Somebody PM him. I actually don't. He's not going to look at it. Oh, he's going for this town center. He's going for this town center. He's not seeing it. He's not seeing the catapult. The catapult's going to get up. Try and take this one down. There's going to be some ballista tower here to help out against the mercenary cavalry. Takes a long time for him to kill off. These not only helps this catapult to take down the town center here, but it's also going to be starting to harass the trade route. This is gigantic right now for Joe. If he can actually do this here, get these towers set up, it completely nullifies this trade route. We're going to need to see something happening over here. We've got some siege towers from Joe. Joe should just ignore this and just send everything into this location here. If he can secure that, it's absolutely huge. And now Joe's pushing through in here. More watchtowers coming up. They still don't have sun-dried mud brick, but Barrack's now coming in because he needs to get some of those spearmen to come out. He's going to try. Seems like the walls have been stopped. More walls over here. Still no markets fixed up, and Joe's still just making an immense amount of trade, and it's making me anxious. Absolutely anxious. Here we go. And here we go. The siege towers moving forward and trying to take out these siege works here. And that's that. Good stuff here. We got the catapult taking down this Migdol stronghold. And this looks like this is going to get dealt with if he can't get in here. But it looks like, ooh, he's on top of the trade route over here now. Market's coming up, but there's no units over here to help him out. He does have some guard towers, but that's about it. These mercenary cavalry are going to be helping out. Looks like the catapult's going to die eventually, but not before taking down one guard tower for its life here. And all of these buildings are getting cleaned up, and Kimo is kind of struggling at this point to maintain this location here. Kimo is at full population here, so it's not that. He's just maybe too many camel caravans at this point, and he's picking off he should be able to pick off these markets here now. And these raids are going to be huge. You can kind of spam your mercenary at him here as well, but it's not happening just yet. We've got some cabinets coming through. I like it. The cabinets harass the trade route as well. Got a rock moving in with 4 catapult. A rock drop. We'll see if Joe notices it or not. That'll be huge. The rock, he's got it idle. That's in line of sight as well. So the longer this rock stays idle here, the worse it is. Still a rock idle over here. Now Kimo moving in. He's going to be greeted with villagers potentially. We'll see if he notices it or not. This is where all of Kimo's population is. Okay, you can just chase the rock here, and That's huge. He's going to build a priest as well in order to pick it off, but he doesn't have population for it. The priest does come out. Going to start sieging away at this rock. He's going to get picked off very, very quickly. The rocks, the catapults do get dropped. The villagers get pulled off the farm there. Pharaoh was pulled off as well, and these catapults are going to get dealt with. Really nice reaction from Joe. Able to deal with that one incredibly well. And now the trade from Kimo gets reduced by a little bit, but it's nothing compared to where Joe's trade is. I just can't believe that Joe is trading for this town center. Like, who are you, man? Alright, here we go. It looks like these mercenary cavalry still pumping into this location here, but the spearmen coming out to help out to deal with those guys, and now we've got cabinets in here. Cabinets do some good stuff here. That's the one. Jared Archer's picking everything else off. Spearmen moving forward, doing their stuff. I'd like to see Joe maybe try to do another side build over here, make a push through with some siege weapons. Maybe do something like that if this is going on. Kimo needs to come up with something, because if he just stays here and defends forever, like even with his superior trade route, like it's not that big of a deal. What is this? Oh, it is that big of a deal. 24 versus 87. Not sure. It feels like a big deal. It feels like a big deal. The camel caravans do have that extra bonus in the Osberg wagon though, so it's probably not that big of a gold deficit. Now we've got Oxy war barges. Is this in range? I guess it doesn't matter. There's so many buildings that are in range, but we'll see if it matters or not. No docks up for Kimo just yet. That's going to be an issue for him. But we're seeing these barracks getting picked off as Joe's pushing forward. Mercenary are here though, which is the issue, which is forcing Joe to really struggle to get anything happening here. We do see the barracks coming down. More these Oxy war barges do so much damage when they've got everything that they need with those iron upgrades and the Oxy upgrade. But can they move forward is the question. Can move all the way up to here. It's probably a little too far. Maybe it's not. I've got no idea. They're on the same screen, so it could be fine. And if they are, this is going to be devastating for Kimo. There's nothing he can really do against it. Kimo trying to get these watchtowers up, but it's just not happening. We do have Suntried Mudbrick out now for Joe. And Joe's going for this barracks. He can easily get to this town center. Or maybe not. Maybe you can get further in here to this corner, but not get up to here. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. We'll wait eagerly to see if this is the defining factor of the game. But heavy cabinets versus mercenary. This is really good trades. So we'll see. He's moving forward, and can he target it? We can target the siege workshop. Yeah, he can hit the siege. No, he can't. That's unfortunate for him there, but. We're trying to get these baluster towers up as he can. We've got some Kimo getting a dock up over here. It's going to be really important if you can get a couple of docks to destroy these with like maybe his own war barges, and it changes the fight slightly. Here we go. We've got some of this. Kimo just wasting some pop over here. What's this 3 pop of rock in this location? I like that the docks are getting set up nice and early everywhere. Not taking any risks. Set one up over here as well. Or 3 up over here. We see that the dock has come up, but nothing's getting built out of it. These Oxy war barges pick the docks up really fast. But Joe just not able to make any progress here. We're in one of those stalemate sort of a games where both players have to hold on to their Mythic Age God powers. And is he going to be able to pick it off before the Pentaconta comes out? He does. Another dock coming up. You don't want to be targeting that down with the Oxy War Barge. Doesn't do any damage until it gets up. It does some damage, but really not that much. Now we've got Joe spamming Mercenary out himself. Has he stopped his trade route? No. Still building camel caravans. And he still hasn't grabbed his market yet. Just imagine if it was here. I'm going to say it's just like the Matrius game. Matrius versus... I don't even remember who it was. where Mattress just wasn't building anything. Mattress versus Joe. It's kind of like the Mattress versus Joe game. Mattress learned his lesson about markets, but here we go. More Baluster Towers getting set up. No trade, oh sorry, no siege out here. So the trades are going heavy in the favor of Joe for this point, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter at this point. The trade route's been stopped. It's been moved over here. Now the trade's only getting 60 gold, so it starts becoming a little bit comparable. But Joe has no reason why he shouldn't have a good trade route here. 24 gold versus 60. Also empowered trade route versus an unempowered trade route, and also the relic to make these a little bit quicker is also very important. Here we go. Making a little bit of progress here. This is all about inches. This matchup is all about pushing small amounts of space here. We see Siege Workshop coming for Kimo. Kimo's looking like he wants to come into here. And now we've got the market set up. Oh my god. Finally, Joe. Finally. Alrighty. Feels good, man. Feels good. And here it's going to be all sorted out. Pharaoh moves over. Trade moves on to this town center, and you get nearly 100 gold for that thing. It's looking like this is going to be a bit of a situation for a wonder here. Unfortunately, these stalemates super difficult to push through because of the way this map's actually laid out. I think either your option is to go for some heavy rock drops and see if you can sneak a town center kill and then make a transition onto this town center. So sneak like a siege tower rock drop onto this location here, and then attack this location while he's having to defend against it. But we'll see. We've got the Baluster Towers going down as fast as they're going up, or maybe not even. They're actually going down really fast. And Joe may be over economized on the economy here on the trade route. These trade routes kind of going to give him. It's when you change your trade route, it kind of stuffs it up a little bit because you don't get the full trade the first route through. And also, you start getting bursts of gold instead of a trickle of gold. But let's see. Yet again, the dock getting stopped. Got some docks up over here as well. Get like a transport ship sneaking over here. But why would you get a transport ship when you just build a rock? Rocks are better in every way. More of these Baluster Towers trying to get up. And Kimo is getting strangled here. You can see that Joe is slightly moving forward. A granary going up to grab the hunt? Why is that? Are you running short on food? No? Not short on food. Now the trade had 70 gold. 70 gold trade. That feels good. 69 gold trade. There we go. It's not quite as good as what Kimo's was, but you haven't gone to the very corner here. If you go to the very corner, you can get it, but you've got to be worried about potential siege ships or something. And there's the wonder from Kimo. Joe, on the other hand, he's got, we can trade for it, I guess. We'll see who gets it up first. I guess you could just run forward and cast your cast your tornado on it. Might be worthwhile, but we'll see. How much resources does Kimo have in the bank? He's got nothing in the bank. We see the wonder coming up now for Joe. This is very far behind Kimo's. I don't know about it. I don't know about it. The mercenary is still spamming as fast as he can. Joe's sitting at 159. Kimo's sitting at 159. Both players got a lot going here. Here we go. Trying to pick up the pick off the dock. Wonder's caught so fast. My god. This hurts my soul a little bit. But it has to be done. It has to be done. Taking out these mercenary. But it's just like the flood. It's a stalemate. It's just what it is. The siege tower randomly sneaks through. Wonder is up. This is a sun-dried mud brick architect wonder. It's not going anywhere. Titan Gate goes down as well. That's going to be huge. But we still have tornadoes, so we'll see if they come into play. The rock is now chilling over here with 25 HP. Wonder if you could even sneak a rock in here. There's baluster tower everywhere, so maybe not. This is going to be a disappointing way to lose for either player, whoever wins this one. Joe chucks up his Titan Gate in a different spot. Doesn't have to get it up too fast. Definitely looking to grab the food a little bit faster. Can you empower the Titan Gate? No, surely not. Need to get the pharaoh back onto his trade route though. There's a priest or something maybe. Down the baluster tower over here. You can't empower a Titan Gate. It's not going to happen. But we are going up at 26 villages? 29 villages? 30 villages? 27 villages on the 29 villages on the Titan Gate or more. And the same for Joe, or just a little bit less maybe. Do have shifting sands coming in. It's gonna be trying to take down this this Titan Gate, but surely Joe can deal with this one here. The tornado comes in, manages to deal some damage to this gate. It should actually take it down. That's huge, because Joe's not going to be able to tornado this, but Joe could tornado the wonder conceivably. This is absolutely huge. How is Joe going to get in here? There is no way for him to get in here, and that's the Titan Gate down for Joe. That shifting sands play was immaculate there. His wall was broken by his villagers. He's got a rock. He's got multiple rocks here. And he's going to be building siege towers. I don't know about this at all. I'm not sure if he can get in there or not. I mean, he can shifting sands on top of it with all of the siege towers. Send in like 3 or 4 rock with nothing in it. And then shifting... Does he still have his shifting sands? Yeah, he still does. So he could conceivably tornado, then shifting sands, and try and take down the wonder. Stopping this Titan though is going to be the issue, because like, how do you stop it? How do you stop it indeed? Seeing these spearmen do their thing. Siege towers over here. He's got a lot of them. Going to be max supply here. The other issue is in all of these siege towers, he's not going to have that much supply left. Yep, run the rocks in. Does he have? What does he have? He's got no. Okay, he's got nothing over here to deal with this. No priest, no pharaoh. He's going to be running straight over the baluster tower though. We see the Titan making his way forward, making a beeline for that that wonder. So what you do if you're Joe here is you wait on the tornado. Very important. Looks like the rocks here. He's going to be able to get. He's going to have line of sight. Shifting sands. Going to be incoming. He does come in. Spawns all of the siege towers around the wonder here. Going to be trying to take this down as soon as he possibly can. And it is going to go down. This shifting sands is huge. These siege towers doing absolute work. And now Kimo's making a move forward onto this location. Titan is making a beeline for his own wonder now. Now he's got Joe spamming out priests everywhere. He realizes he's got this. He's got his own tornado as well. He's going to be sieging through all of Kimo's base here. Where's he going to use the tornado though is the question. He just needs to defend this wonder here if he can, and the wonder's got nothing here. You need to set up some sort of defenses here, but nothing happening just yet. These mercenaries spamming out. The wonder will go down. There is no way that this wonder does not go down. I'm not even going to bother repairing it here, but now Joe is up tornado, so all he has to do is deal with the Titan, and he should be in an okay position, or he can just rebuild the wonder as well. We do see that this town center did get picked off. That's going to be a very large help to Joe here as he's trying to deal with this wonder with mercenary. Sorry, trying to deal with this Titan with mercenary. I wonder if you could repair this and it would help a little bit more. Maybe you could build some siege towers to deal some extra damage to the Titan. We got some ballista towers now coming up for Kimo, for Joe here to help defend. We've got another wonder coming out at this point for Kimo, but will it matter or not is the question here. And we see more of these guard towers coming up, and Joe now, he can just make a push through. Don't need to go for your own wonder here. Just need to be able to pick off this Titan here if you can. I'm not sure if he can though. That's the question, because this Titan is such a beast of a unit. 5,500 HP left. We'll see though if he can tornado here and take down the town center. Maybe he can get it. But he's going to be short on population. Not spamming out buildings either to path block is a bit of a mistake as well. Just trying to spam out the mercenary. But as the Titan picks off these town centers, you can just rebuild them. It's no issue. You just need to make sure that your villagers don't die, and you should be okay. And Joe making a push forward. The wonder just about to be up yet again. And that's huge right now. The Titan... absolutely insane. The Titan not going for the town center just yet, just dealing with these mercenaries. Looks like Kimo not quite on top of this. He's just picking off those farms. A ballista tower coming in. These mercenaries doing everything over here, and now Kimo looking like his forward build is going to be a bit on the defensive here. Joe can now kind of, I mean, he could conceivably kill this wonder again doing the exact same thing, except this time put the siege towers in the rocks. But you have to build more rocks though. You need to build like 3 rocks because you need to bring like 10 siege towers or something. But now we're currently sitting at 2 town centers to 2 town centers to 3 town centers, so Kimo is going to be able to make some pushes into Joe. But Joe does have tornadoes, so just needs to kill the Titan, stabilize. If this Titan takes 10 minutes to kill, that's a thing. Got a bunch of siege workshop over here as well. As this Titan leaves this location, build the town center back up. Get some priests to help you out. But that's fine. He's going to be able to pick that one off. Titan just chilling in the back of the base here. Pharaoh going to empower the town center. Well, he's running into the ballista here. Ballista tower is going to help out quite a bit. It does manage to save the Pharaoh. Town center coming back up. Kimo is pushing forward here. This is an absolutely bonkers game right now. And Kimo wants it so bad. Just remember he's up 2-0, so if he can actually manage to take this game, goes onto tournament, onto the absolute championship game. Here we go. Got all these ballista towers up now, dealing a lot of damage, slowly but surely. I believe they do 2 damage a shot, maybe 3 damage a shot, and they shoot two arrows at once. So it's pretty big. Now the Titan making his way over to the wonder. We'll see what happens here, but the Pharaoh is still chasing the Titan. Town center going to be trying to get him back up. Armory blocking. This wonder is going to take ages to go up, so it's not exactly the best idea. We're seeing some potential. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what's happening here. Looks like maybe Kimo is looking for the trade route, but he's not going to find it. Trade route's over here. Town center coming back up now for Joe. Going for the main town center. Going to chuck down some armories as well to pathing block. I love it. Exactly what you need to do. Granaries as well. Really well played. Absolutely hilarious. Joe just focusing a bit on the micro over here and not dealing with the front though of Kimo. This is pretty severe as the wonder's up. Now the Pharaoh are going to get picked off. Those ghost buildings are also going to be falling. And the issue here is that Joe's having to fight 3 town centers with full mercenary, and his mercenary are all trying to deal with the Titan in the back here. And now we got the Titan on top of the town center. This lasted for so long. Got 7 minutes left on the wonder as well for Kimo. And Kimo's taking down all of the rest of this stuff. Oh, this is insane. Mercenary cavalry spamming out. Spamming out. Fortified town center is down. he lose some villagers as well? I think he did. That's super unfortunate. Oh, and now Kimo's got walls set up as well for his push. Fortified walls in order to take this town center down. And Joe's not spamming any mercenary from here either. He's got a lot of resources in the bank, but he just can't spend them. Going for the houses as well. He's got 5 houses at once. Joe has to spam out the houses now. I don't even know what to say here. Kimo is just all over this. I don't know why Joe didn't go after the Titan Gate with his tornado. He still has a tornado to use. It's just not happening just yet. Kimo is just pushing forward, going for this front town center now, which is exactly what he needs to do. Kill off the front town center and that's game. Joe can't defend against this. There's no way that he gets this town center back. I'm not sure if Tornado even by itself will kill off the Wonder. It won't. It doesn't do that much damage. So he needs to get out. He needs to get out a bunch of rocks, and he needs to get out a bunch of catapult. He's to win by a Wonder himself off of 2 town centers. Oh no. This is not good at all for Joe, as Kimo is pushing through. Absolutely insane. Pharaoh still alive, still trying to take out the Titan. More buildings getting thrown down. Wonder is 5 minutes away from victory here. Absolutely insane. Titan making his way for the hometown center now. Not happy with claiming all the town centers he currently has. Kimo just moving forward with Ballister Tower here. Champion Spamman versus Champion Spamman. Exactly the same. And Kimo looks like he's running away with this. I don't see Joe. I'm not sure what he can do here. He's not building rocks. He's not got any answer for the Wonder. He's not got any answer for this Titan either. More houses getting picked off. His own Wonder is getting close to getting built, but it's gonna go down at some point. This Titan is here we go. The temple goes down. That's gonna be slower cavalries. And there we go. The tornado gets thrown down out of frustration, I reckon. These villagers, they're not even dying. The tornado doesn't even stop the town center, but he does pick off all of these units over here. The towers go down. The catapult don't stop this though. The town center's going down as well. Kimo, insanity. This Titan just takes down the fortified town center. What insanity has happened here? Titan bashes away at these mercenary cavalry, trying to get his own Wonder up. Does he have some sort of something? The camel caravan stopped because there's no trade. There's no town center for them to go to. Town center's up now for Kimo. Moving forward, taking it all out. Joe going to lose this catapult fairly soon. The Titan running into these Ballister Tower. He may actually fall here. He may kill off the town center, but he'll probably fall. Joe sitting at deathmatch level resources here. And that is GG. Well played by Kimo. What can you even say? Joe had this game in the palm of his hands, but he just didn't have it. He just couldn't do anything with it. And Kimo just defended. He just defended so long, so well. And then the tornado on top of his Titan Gate because of his opening here. This one mistake here cost him the game. If he had this walled, then the units wouldn't have moved in, wouldn't have been able to shifting sands into the base and then get vision on the Titan Gate. It just wouldn't have happened. And that's game. Well played by Kimo, going up 3-0 now. We've got potentially only one more game left in this best of 7 series. But Joe, he could make a comeback, win 4 games in a row. We'll see what happens. Thanks guys so much for sticking around and hanging out with me. We'll get that next game going real soon. Appreciate you guys being with me.